Hey guys, Lordy here, bringing you some new gameplay, and I have a very special guest with me, FuZe Devon, or L Jim Bob, whatever the hell his YouTube name is.
Bob Jim,
Oh, okay, well there it is. And I decided to do a dual comm with him because a couple people, have always been wanting to and asking. So I guess our dual comm will cover, what our thoughts of Warfare 3 are so far. You guys basically all know mine, but I'll try to give some positives on this one. Some kill confirmed on bootleg, I believe it's called, using the ACR. Starting off, we're going to talk about our favorite perks or gun setup. And mine, the perks, I really like Scavenger in this game. The only downside to it is I don't like the fact that you can't pick up nades and concussions like you could in the older games. I like Scavenger, and Blast Shield seems to be pretty good, and a couple of new game types like Drop Zone and all them, like Blast Shield is almost a must, and it's pretty decent. It's almost like a flak jacket slash tac mask from Black Ops. And as far as gun setup, I really like the ACR, so I'm using now. It's a big buff up from Warfare 2, and I really like the AK, even though a lot of people don't. And as far as submachine guns, there's nothing really too that fancy me. Sniper rifles, I like the MSR, but there's something about it, I don't know, it sometimes has a little bit too much of a kick to it, so I think I like the L11. So what about you? What do you think of the game so far and perk setup and whatnot?
Well, my perks, I use, most of the time, I always run Assassin, and that is because there's constant UAVs going up, and I use Sleight of Hand because I have to have quick reloading, otherwise I do completely bad. And I bought Steady Aim with a Prestige token because I'm a noob like that. Man, I only use submachine guns and shotguns most of the time. Like, the MP7 is my favorite, with most of the time Silencer and Rapid Fire. And my shotgun is of course the Striker with extended mags, because I'm a noob like that.
Now let's talk about maps for a minute. Here we're playing bootleg, and if you notice when playing this game, they just seem so tight space, like you almost can't even breathe at times. Like Dome, for instance, it's almost like a Nuketown slash Shipment from COD 4, and I really can't get into it. It's just way too tiny for my liking. I can't get into it, and I just think a lot of the maps are like that. But the maps I do like so far is, I kind of like Hard Hat, even though it kind of has the tower thing from Rust, which is kind of not cool because it seems, like they almost ran out of ideas. But I like Hard Hat. Outpost is okay. I'm getting a lot of heat on that one. But another one I'm trying to think of so far, the maps that we play, is Mission and Village. Well, I thought of Jungle for some reason, but Village seems to be pretty cool. I mean, it is kind of wide open space, so you actually have, the freedom, unlike, let's say, this map where it seems like everything is just so clustered together. But that's just me. I mean, your intake on any of the maps?
I prefer the smaller maps over just about all of them. On Dome, you can either get a really good match, or it just turns really bad, where you just want a dashboard to get rid of how bad you went, negative. And on Bootleg, it's about my second favorite map. I like to rush around here in the middle, as Lordy Mama's doing right here, because they always go through one of those three doorways, and I am usually, well, looking through that doorway, and I get triple kills most of the time. It's real nice.
And it seems, me and you have a completely different play style. I don't normally play too much aggro, but when I do, I usually do either okay or just absolutely horrible. Whereas you, on the other hand, it seems to be, rushing all the time.
Yeah, on this match, I'm running around with the UMP-45, probably with Rapid Fire. And I know that sounds noobish, but whatever works.
Now, as far as, like we talked about how the maps are so small and whatnot, do you think it's almost a necessity to kind of run that kind of setup of the shotguns and SMGs?
I think so, because Well, when you're up close, that's the best thing to use. That's the most powerful up close. Like assault rifles are for more objective type of players like you are, and it works for you. But I just can't run it like that. I get bored and I have to sprint around.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can see that. I think that's probably why I like the kind of bigger maps, because the close open spaces is just too many shotguns and too many PPs and whatever is out there being ran, and it's absolutely hectic. But yeah, that's pretty nice. Any thoughts on the new drop zone? I mean,
I absolutely hate it. It is a KD killer. Just javelins, 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 fags, and javelins.
That is very true. Yeah, it's very rare that you can even play a normal game without seeing triple or quad kills with javelins. But I think
faggots.
I think the whole thought of it is nice. Like, it gets you, a lot of XP, and the whole objective kind of thing. I think that's good. But
it was a good idea. Like they thought of it well, but it just isn't for me.
Alright, I thank you for our special guest. We may put out another one. Remember, links are always in the description to my other channels. I want to thank you for watching. Please subscribe and share.